good time. We're all having fun. Smile. Smile like you're having fun. Smile, goddammit.
Welcome back to I Did This Instead of Killing Myself, everyone. Happy Monday. Wow, came out of the gate with energy. I'm feeling good today. Well, okay, it's the week of April 24th, 2023. It's beautiful as of this recording on a Sunday afternoon. I hope you had a great weekend. I got caught up on sleep this weekend, and boy, it was amazing. You know, when you don't go out on the town partying, who knew? You're in a better mood when you sleep. And you got your vape. My watermelon ice Lost Mary keeping me company. I'm very excited to be well rested. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you have a good start to your Monday going. I'm excited. Thinking a lot about comedy, thinking a lot about this week. I actually, I don't know, I've been doing a little writing, and I was going to share a couple of thoughts. Because, you know, when I announce the mics at the beginning of the week, or like where you can see all these comics, I often leave out the fact that I'm actually at these mics. And if you actually care, if you like any of the comedy that I do, I don't know, maybe you want to hear some of the bullshit I got in my notebook this week. So here's some of the joke ideas I want to talk about. And if you have any comments on them, or like ideas about why these might not be funny or be funny, here's some of the things I'm going to talk about this week. Epstein Island exists because politicians have no game. I was kind of thinking that. Like, how desperate do you have to be to set up a whole island of underage girls? Like, I just don't think they know how to talk to women. Like, they just don't have game. You know? Like, that's really what it's about. They don't have game. Okay. Another topic. Single life in your 30s is meaningless. I mean, just a thought I had this morning. Like, all we really end up doing is talking about, like, what we're going to do next. Where are we going out to eat next? Like, I have friends and talk to people, but, like, what is, like, all it's really about is, like, okay, you know, making sure we have plans and stuff to keep us distracted. Like, there's nothing else to really do besides make a podcast or tell jokes on stage. Like, that's the most meaningful thing I have, you know? I mean, I guess that's why people have kids. Okay, another thing I want to talk about is a fight I saw with a street evangelist. That was really funny. You know those guys on the street that are like, "You're going to hell. Jesus doesn't love sinners," or gay or whatever. Yeah, I saw one of those guys, and then I saw a woman get in a fight with him, and it was so funny. He's like, "Shut the fuck up, bro. You're bumming everybody out. Nobody cares. Nobody cares." There's more to that, but anyway. Another topic I want to talk about is guys who hunters. They're actually regressing evolutionarily. Like, they are, like, primitive, and it's so stupid. Like, we have restaurants, bro. And how do you flex when you have medium money? Like, if you have a decent job, but you don't, like, how do you flex? You're not going to buy a Lamborghini, but, like, are there ways to flex? Like, you're not rich, you're not poor, but how do you flex? Are you supposed to flex? Do girls even fucking care? Do they want you to flex? See the watch I have on? See? Medium flex. All right. I got some Lululemon pants this weekend, too, so I think I'm kind of like, I don't know. I feel like girls like Lululemon pants, right? What do you want me to do? What do you want from me? I'll do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't have any principles. I'm a people pleaser. But, you know, speaking of people pleasing, our guest today, Jess, I'm not going to say her name yet. She's the opposite of people pleaser. She is her authentic self, keeps it real all the time. Very excited for our guest today, a brand new friend of mine, Jessica Wells. Jessica What the Wells on Instagram. We had Jessica in my apartment for an interview. Very enjoyable conversation. We actually had two bonus guests today. Her two lovely children, Armani and Seven. She has a child named Seven, kind of like Seven Costanza in Seinfeld. Jessica is a delight. She's very kind of soft-spoken. Her voice is very calming, very, very, very grounded, and she just makes you feel at ease. And she describes herself on her Instagram profile as a humor therapist, which is great because we talked about therapy topics today. She's 30 years old. She's from South Carolina. She's been doing stand-up for about a year. She's a student of comedy, describes herself as that. We talk about her comedic influences on this interview and how she's drawn upon it since she started comedy. Talked about whitening strips, how you whiten your teeth. Talk about astrology. Talk about manifestation, the importance of always being yourself. And in relationships, how authenticity and communication is important, and honest communication. Because if you're not doing that, how else are you really going to get to know someone? And just a general observation, I really like this. This is towards the tail end of the interview, but just about the importance of not sugarcoating it with people, and a lesson in life that, most people are not as direct as she is in life. And you kind of realize that some people sugarcoat, and it can be, offensive to people, but ultimately the best thing to do is be direct. Just say what you're thinking. And don't beat around the bush. Because if you don't do that, you end up just shying away, and then you end up being more hurtful in the end by stabbing people in the back and talking shit. So authenticity, relationships, communication, a lot of great stuff in here. We had a great time. And we had a couple of because her two kids were here, we got to see them a little bit. Had to tell them to quiet down a few times. They're my new children. I have two new black stepchildren now. Very excited to be a father. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the interview. I think you will. Check Jessica out. Follow her at all the links below, and I hope you enjoy. All right, but before we get to the interview, though, here's what's going on this week in local comedy, the week of April 23rd, 2023. All right, tonight, open mic, Coffee Underground. It's a 7 o'clock show. It's free. Comics signing up at 6, audience at 7. Travis Thubbin, Craig Holcomb. On Tuesday, we have Sharky's Pub, downtown Greenville. This is at 8 o'clock. Callie Pesfume and Millie Nelson hosting. Also on Tuesday with the Art Bar in Columbia, hosted by Patrick Fowler. That's an 8:30 show. Also on Tuesday with the Odd in Asheville, hosted by James Harrod, 9 o'clock show. On Wednesday, Ben Jennings presents Comedy at the Lounge. This show is at 7:30. It's a free show, and this themed show is South Carolina Dads. We have Gio Wagner, Tommy Donovan, Brad Deaton, and Michael Garrick headlining. All great dudes. Michael Garrick, you want to check him out. He hasn't been up here in a little while. Check him out. Also on Wednesday, we have Radio Room, hosted by Adam Schulte. That's an 8:30 show. Also on Wednesday, we have Tom Emmons, Swamp Rabbit Comedy Open Mic at the VFW Post 9273 in Piedmont. It's a 6:30 show. Also on Wednesday, we have the Disclaimer Open Mic in Asheville at 8 o'clock, hosted by Kerry Goff. On Thursday, we have Jokes Out Loud at the Comedy Zone. It's back. 8 o'clock show, Brandon Rainwater hosting. Come on out. Get lit. Have fun. We'll do karaoke after. It'll be a good-ass time. If you're an audience member, you haven't come out to that. On Friday, we have All Jokes Aside at Abiba's, hosted by Dante Anderson. Very fun mic for your Friday. Get a hookah. And on this weekend at the Comedy Zone, we have Derek Stroop. 2 shows on Friday at 7 and 9. 2 shows on Saturday at 6 and 9. Tickets available at greenvillecomedyzone.com. All right, that's it for local comedy. Hope you guys have a great week, and I hope you enjoy my interview with Jessica. Here it is. All right, we're starting.
Are we recording now?
We're recording now, Jessica.
Okay, great.
How are you?
I am swell.
Thank you for coming to my home.
Thank you for having me.
So we also have some other guests in the apartment. We don't have to show them, but I'm excited that they're here too. I can't not think about we have your 2 kids here.
Yes. His stepchildren are here. Armani and 7. As soon as we got the car, I just let him know that you have black kids now.
Yeah, I'm a father. I finally did it, Mom. I have 2 lovely kids.
2 black kids.
Yeah, they're adorable. We won't put them on camera for the sake of but it's very nice to have kids in the house. I like it.
He's enjoying his dad mode.
I wish I had more toys or other things to entertain them, but it's okay. We'll have to add stuff to it. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fantastic. You have a lovely smile too.
Thank you.
By the way, you asked me if my teeth were real.
Right.
Do you know people that don't have have dentures or things like that?
I know a lot of people who have veneers.
Veneers.
What is it? The porcelain coverings.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do people accuse you of having those?
Yeah, I argue with people about having fake teeth all the time.
Yeah.
And it's aggravating because it's like I don't have to argue with you about whether or not my teeth are real or not.
Yeah. It's none of their business anyway.
No, they try to argue. It's not even that they're asking. They argue with me that they're like, tell the truth. They really are fake. Like, no, my teeth are real.
Do you whiten them?
I do.
You do?
Crest white strips, $50.
$50 Crest white strips.
And it says the packaging says to use one once a week. I use all 3. I mean, all 7 of them at one time.
Like you overlap them? You put them?
No. Like I'll use them like twice a day.
Okay.
Until I run out. So within 3 days.
Do they hurt?
Over time, they have made my teeth sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't do it like it's been years since I did it. But when I do it like that, it wipes it really, really white to where I don't have to. It's not a constant thing.
They're really white. They're definitely whiter than mine.
Like I haven't did it in years.
Okay.
But if they get like a little bit of stain, I do one maybe.
Okay.
I don't do it that way anymore because my teeth are sensitive now.
Yeah.
The Crest white strips takes the enamel off of the teeth, so you have to be careful. Even though they're gonna be white, they're gonna be like
sensitive,
shine like they're squeaky soft, like not squeaky soft, but squeaky as far as they're not rigid.
Okay.
So you could just like, there's been times where I've taken a rag and just wipe my teeth off.
Okay.
And it'll clean it versus being stained. It takes some of the enamel off.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, my brother told me I had like not white teeth, and it made me sensitive. So
sensitive as far as what?
Just my feelings got hurt.
You have nice teeth, though.
They're straight, but are they? I think I need to whiten them a little bit more.
I mean,
and then I tried to go to the dentist, and they gave me some stuff, like I don't know if it's like prescription or what, but those kind of hurt my teeth. The part where you put them in the trays and you like line them up.
Right.
But I've heard Crest whitening strips are actually
sit y'all asses down. Go ahead. What were you saying now?
Nothing that important. Nothing that important. I'm gonna drink some more sugary Coke to like make my teeth.
Is that Diet Coke?
No, it's regular.
Oh, okay. I've never seen it in that bottle.
Vanilla cherry Coke.
You know, I think they should just keep the cocaine in the Coke and stop trying to change the flavors.
You think they should?
I don't really too much care for like the flavored, all that stuff.
You're a bigger fan of cocaine? We shouldn't mention this with the kids in the house.
Well, you know, Coke. No,
we haven't
I don't
addressed how we're going to talk to the kids about drugs yet.
Well, no, I don't. I've never done Coke. But it was a joke as far as cocaine being in
I know.
Coke. No, I've never. No, we don't have to joke about that. I've never done Coke.
That's good. That's good. Me neither. No, I haven't.
I mean, if you have, you can just say that.
I could, but not in front of the kids. I'm not going to do that. So, Jessica, we've met a few times at the Comedy Zone.
Yes, we have.
And, yeah, but just in passing. So, like, I'm actually just getting to know you for the first time today. So, tell me about yourself. Where are you from originally?
I'm from South Carolina originally.
Mm-hmm.
30 years old. I've been doing comedy for a year now. It's been really exciting as far as networking and meeting people and seeing what. Shut y'all asses up.
7.
Seeing what here. Seeing what other people think is funny. I think for me, the main thing is to continue to be, you know, a student, learning as much as possible about comedy and just, you know, studying other comics.
What comics do you study?
Well, if I just hear a name, I'll watch something of the comic and see like what it is that they bring to the table.
Okay.
But Chris Tucker, Dave Chappelle.
Did you see Chris Tucker when he was in town here?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I didn't.
Okay.
When did he come?
It was last year sometime. He was touring through. He did Charlotte Comedy Zone and then this one in Greenville.
Yeah, no, I didn't see Chris Tucker, but he's one of the people that I've studied.
Yeah.
Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin's been through too.
Yeah, Eddie Griffin. I like Ali Sadiq.
Ali Sadiq.
Have you ever watched this stuff?
I think so. I'm trying to remember. I think he's actually been through Greenville as well.
Well, he was supposed to come in January, but they canceled.
Did they?
I was so upset.
Yeah.
I really was because I bought front row tickets, and then they canceled it.
Did you get your money back?
Yeah, and they offered free tickets to someone from Wild 'N Out.
Okay.
They came.
Yeah. Who did I see from Wild 'N Out? Chico Bean.
Chico. Okay.
Do you know Chico Bean?
I watched the 85 South show.
The 85 South podcast?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I've only listened to like one episode of that. I need to get into that. But yeah, Chico Bean roasted me when I was in the audience. I was one of the only white guys in the crowd, so I stood out, I guess. And he saw my hair was different at the time. It was like swoopy up in the front.
Right.
And he said I looked like Jimmy Neutron cartoon character.
What the hell is swoopy up?
Swoopy up. Well, like this.
That's swoopy up.
Yeah.
You look like Jimmy Neutron now that you're saying that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm losing it too.
With age?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
my hairline's receding a little bit.
If you
Will you still want to stay with me if I was bald?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You gonna help me take care of my kids? And be their white dad?
How could I not? How could I not?
And he's really going along with it. That's the funny part.
Dude, they're so sweet. Seven especially. Armani's like, I don't know. But
yeah, you know who I think is hilarious, and I just now started watching it.
Who?
Have you ever heard of Justin Whitehead?
No.
I think it's either Whitehead or Whiteside. I can't really.
I know
remember.
Chris Whiteside. He's the guy here. That's not him.
He's a comedian who yells at the TV.
Okay.
So you know how like there's people that sit in front of the TV and yell at the TV. He's yelling at the TV, but everything he's saying is hilarious. I mean, like.
So what does he yell? Does he like live stream a show and like make fun of it or something?
And he's talking about my 600-pound life people. So he's having the bigger community come after him in public, and it's hilarious because he's just making jokes.
Yeah.
In videos, and they're really getting mad.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'll have to check that out. How do you feel about the people on My 600-Pound Life? Do you feel bad for them, or do you feel like they did it to themselves, or?
This is crazy. I've never really watched TV before.
You haven't?
No, not really. I don't really watch TV like that. So now that I'm into comedy and taking acting courses, whatever the case may be, I have to like really sit. I can't. For some reason, I can't sit. I feel like I get consumed by certain energies of watching TV. So I have to.
So you try to not do that? You try to stay
I have
away
to get
from
high.
it? You have to get high to
and
watch
TV? Yeah.
Yeah.
To sit down and pay attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel you. Nowadays, I don't know. There's not a lot that'll make me like sit down and watch for a couple hours. Like that all my attention for that. I mean, I'm more likely to like listen to stuff like podcasts, but when I'm driving, when I'm out like doing something else.
I read.
You read?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I read.
What do you like to read? What are your favorite?
I read a lot of self-help books, a lot of dark psychology in general.
Okay.
Motivational books.
Motivational books? What did you say? What'd you say?
What did you say? What did you say?
Armani's.
About what? What? She making shit up.
Armani's heckling from the
sideline. We about to
the peanut gallery.
We about to kick her out.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like self-help books too. There's some of my favorite comedy related ones are actually like in the coffee table here. Give me some of yours. Any books stand out that you like that you really like helped you?
I read comedy books as well. I read The Laws of Human Nature.
Okay.
What is it? 7 Secrets to Success. Things that resilient people don't do. I read the Comedy Bible as well.
The Comedy Bible?
Yeah, to help me with my jokes.
Yeah.
And just to, like ideas to sharpen up.
Yeah. The
My
Comedy
skills.
Bible. I think I have that here somewhere.
It's a white book.
The Tao of comedy. Oh yeah, here's a couple. This one we haven't talked about in a while. The War of Art. Have you seen that one?
I downloaded it on my phone, but it is very long on the phone, so I don't.
Yeah,
I'd rather read an actual book than to read it
on your device.
on my device because
Yeah.
text messages start coming in, I get distracted.
Yeah.
But I actually bought that phone. I mean, I actually bought that book off of what is the books in off of Apple?
Amazon.
No, books in Apple.
Oh, okay.
The last, one of the last self-help books that I read was the Gucci Mane's Guide to Greatness.
Gucci Mane?
Gucci Mane, yeah.
Okay. What did he have to say? How does Gucci Mane say you'd be great?
Take accountability.
Okay.
Take accountability. Every day you have to put in work towards whatever it is that you're doing. Have the right people around you in your corner. That makes all the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Time is valuable, like what you choose to do with your time. So I've taken it a lot in, just reading from successful. I've read Rick Ross's book as well. What is it? What is Rick Ross' book? Have you ever heard of what I'm talking?
I've not.
Rick Ross has A Great Day to Boss Up. I think that's it.
A Great Day's to Boss Up?
Great Day to Boss Up.
A Great Day to Boss Up. Okay. Google that one. Yeah. I think I love reading self-help books related to comedy. The one that really stood out to me. Sorry, my back is killing me.
Getting old.
I know I'm getting old. I know.
He said, "I'm sorry, my back's killing me."
It is. 30s, it's like
30s are not like 20s. Like 30s, you got to warm up when you get out of bed.
Yeah.
20s, you just roll out of bed and just with 1 hour of sleep. 30s is different.
Yeah. Have you ever had back issues?
I've always had back issues, but with 30, it's just more so like I have to take naps.
Yeah.
I never took naps before, and now I'm like, I gotta take a nap.
Dude, me too. That's why I honestly, like last night we went out. Do you still go out?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I haven't been as of late.
Okay.
Because I just had a baby.
Okay. Well, seven.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. That's very nice. Yeah, you shouldn't be going out too much with the baby, but yeah, I went out last night and I was out late, and then I just wanted to sleep in today, and I woke up at 9, and then I was like, you know what, I'm going back to bed, and I woke up again at like 2:30, so I slept all day today.
Where did you go to?
Where did I go? I went to
or you can't remember?
No, I wasn't. I don't drink, so I was out with friends, but I went to Hole in the Wall. It's like it's modeled after Alice in Wonderland. It's a bar in West Greenville. And where else did I go? We were gonna go to Neat as well. So, you know Neat on Main Street, the bourbon bar?
No.
It's a good vibe. You don't know that place?
Most of the time when I come downtown.
Yeah, where do you go?
To Greenville. I just kind of go either where my friends are going, or if it looks neat, I'll walk in. But I don't necessarily know specifically. I might go to to a place I don't even know the name. It looked neat.
It looks neat? There's actually a place called Neat.
I've never been to.
You never been?
Or I may have. I don't know.
It's a bourbon bar. It's near Comedy Zone. But yeah, have you ever gone to Bond?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Okay.
Most of the time we go bar hopping, and then like I have the type of friends, once we get so drunk, like we could be anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think I know I got home and nobody messed with me.
I feel you. You're just trying to get home alive.
Yeah, I just try to get home alive. I don't know where we went. I don't know the name of where we went.
I got you.
But we're alive.
And how far are you from downtown?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. So it was a trip for you guys to come out here today.
Yeah.
That's
we were coming this way anyway. So.
Okay. What do you got going on tonight?
Well, actually, really just winding down tonight, but I was going to a friend's house afterwards.
Okay.
Back towards Simpsonville. So.
Towards Simpsonville. I gotcha. So you have a lot of beautiful tattoos. I kind of wanted to ask about these. Is this henna? Is that what that's called?
Yes. I went to Vegas. I went to Vegas and got a henna tattoo, and when I came back, I was like, I want to keep it.
Yeah.
And it not fade. So, yeah.
Because henna's temporary, right?
Right. It lasts about 2 weeks. Do you have any tattoos?
No, I don't.
Are you scared?
No, I'm not scared.
You just don't.
I when I was a kid, I don't know if tattoos were frowned upon. I was like, very conservative family, so like they weren't really, like none of my aunts and uncles really got tattoos, or my dad, or grandparents. So if we did get one, it'd probably be like a Bible verse or a cross or something. That's all we would get.
Well, you know what? I don't think that now that I have tattoos, I wish that I didn't have them.
Really?
Yeah.
You regret them?
Well, I don't necessarily regret. Well, yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to go anywhere, so wishing them away, or it's not going to make them go away. But
yeah,
I think that I kind of was going through a rough time and just kind of just doing stuff. So now it's like, I mean, they're there. I embraced them.
Yeah.
But
it was kind of impulsive at the time, just like, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Something like that. I have Armani's face on the inside of my arm.
These are beautiful. This is Armani?
Yes.
Aw. Do you like the tattoo, Armani? I love it. You love it? Yeah.
That was so creepy. I love it.
She said, I love it. Yeah.
This is half woman, half tiger.
Okay.
It's more so about transformation.
Transformation?
Yeah.
I see. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And then you have another woman
yes,
on your shoulder.
I have a samurai.
A samurai?
Uh-huh.
That's a lady samurai? Oh, yeah, she has a sword over her shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. And what does that signify?
A fighter.
A fighter?
She's a fighter.
Warrior mentality?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I love it. Anything else that you have?
I have my zodiac sign here. I got this when I was like 16.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean like...
Sagittarius?
Yes, I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay. I'm a Scorpio.
So we're neck and neck. I'm a December baby.
December baby? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, early November is mine. What is the Sagittarius' temperament?
Well, technically, like, that's why I say, like, getting tattoos, explaining stuff to people why, like, you did it.
Uh-huh.
It can make sense at the time, but then it can kind of sound stupid later on because, like, okay, I can say I'm a Sagittarius, but we have a whole lot of different signs in our birth chart.
Right.
So, but Sagittarius, as far as what people speak on when they speak on zodiac, that's a person who's like knowledgeable. They like information.
Okay.
They're a teacher.
Yeah.
They like to explore. They're wild. They're free. They like to really roam around and learn.
Right.
As much as possible.
Right. That makes sense. You like your reading. You like your consuming information.
Yeah, I love
stuff.
information. I feel like the more you know, the more you grow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm wired that way too. I'm very curious. Like I get bored pretty easily, and like I always need to be learning new stuff. Are you big into self-help podcasts or things like that?
Anything that I can learn from, like it's certain stuff that I watch on YouTube or just Google, as far as just self-help. Yeah. To help myself.
Mm-hmm. So do you read your daily zodiac signs?
I don't.
You don't?
I feel like sometimes I feel like we're always manifesting certain thoughts, certain just frequencies, energies, whatever the case may be. And so if I read something that someone else wrote about how my day is going to go, I'm no longer in control. Right. So with that being said, I have read it before. I've been really deep into astrology, but I try not to because I don't want anything to sway me off of how I want to live my life. Yeah, for sure. Right. And you can kind of read into those things. Like they're kind of vague enough, like the daily horoscope. They're very vague. Yeah. You can kind of apply whatever happens to you to make it seem like it fits. Like it. But really. But and then too, like I said, we have a birth chart. So that's more in depth specifically to us as individuals. Right. as far as zodiac and horoscopes, but I don't try to I try to stay in control of my own life.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if somebody writes something on the internet and I'll be like, well, for Sagittarius today, they said don't be down, and I'm really not even down. I'm making myself be something, like.
Yeah, you're not actually down. Like I have to be down.
Yeah, like
they wrote it.
They wrote it. Like no.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Scorpios, I was told by some girls that it's like not a very good sign to be. Like it's like what did somebody say to me? That it's they're kind of like sneaky and manipulative. Have you heard that about Scorpios?
I have in my birth chart, my communication sign is in Scorpio. So I think a lot of times and I'm starting to like have favorite signs that intrigue me, and I think Scorpio is Taurus and Scorpio are the two that intrigue me as far as what they represent.
Okay.
As far as Scorpio, it's more so it's kind of like dark psychology.
Dark psychology. Okay.
Like it's more so like dark psychology, but it's not necessarily a bad thing because Scorpios can be very powerful.
Really?
Very powerful. They're very powerful.
I mean, I can be powerful.
You are powerful. We all are powerful.
Yeah.
But Scorpios are very powerful. Just mentally, they know a lot about. They're kind of secretive.
Yeah.
But who is that bad to? What is good and bad?
What is good and bad?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If someone, for an example, this is just an example. If someone rapes your sister and you shoot them and you kill them,
what?
And you shoot them and you kill them,
yeah.
Are you a bad person for trying to protect your sister?
Yeah, I probably would kill somebody who raped my sister.
Are you a bad person though?
No, I don't think so.
Whereas somebody said, well, he didn't have to do that's bad. Like, what is good and what is bad?
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah, like could you steal a loaf of bread to fuel your family?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you bad? Are you a bad person?
Bad, but no.
It's somebody told me something. They said there's good people with a little bit of bad. There's bad people with a little bit of good, regardless of whatever.
Yeah, that's the yin and yang thing. Have you seen that? Yeah.
Right. Feminine and the masculine. And that's what I'm learning and studying on too. Feminine and masculine energy.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think about that in dating a lot. Are you married, single, dating?
We're together.
We're together.
We have these black you're the
Never mind. Obviously I knew that.
Right.
Yeah. But
you need to get it together.
I need to get it together. I need to have more masculine energy. I need to take more control of the situation. And yeah. To me, okay, so I have a theory on masculine and feminine energy. Masculine energy is about drive, purpose, and not being thrown off your center, and like overcoming obstacles and breaking through barriers. That's a lot of masculine type energy. Feminine energy has some of that same stuff, but it's also nurturing, and then you have like the motherly side of things, and it like balances with masculine energy. I don't know. I more so know about the masculine energy.
You know what? I saw.
Do you agree with what I just said?
The definition of part of the definition of feminine energy was forgiving.
Forgiving, okay.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, that's good.
That's okay. You're okay. It's okay. I forgive you.
Are you forgiving?
No. I was like, okay, that's why I've struggled with feminine energy.
Yeah. When somebody wrongs you, you're like, nope.
No. Honestly, I think that I will sit back and watch a person over an extended period of time, and I feel like if your character, it takes me a long time to forgive certain things, and I think it's because of my loyalty. Yeah. To people, I would never do you that way. So when you do something to me, it hits me a little bit. it takes me a long, and I hate that about myself. It takes me a long time to forgive someone when they do something I just would never do to them. You know what I mean? But eventually I will forgive. But that's a minus.
But
for
you
me.
don't have to, welcome them back in your life the same way as they were before. You don't have to trust them anymore.
But yeah,
right?
that's what I was about to say. I was about to say, I will watch a person's character for so long before I make a judgment on
who they are.
Mm-hmm. But it's certain things that I would never do to a person out of my own loyalty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
But the truth is, everybody's gonna do something to hurt you in some type of way.
Yeah. Yeah. It's messed up when you form a judgment about a person and you think they're one way and then they do something and you realize they weren't the way you thought they were. That's what really messes with me. Like, they break a trust in a way that, like, oh my gosh, I totally misjudged you. I thought you were this kind of person. I
think that's why it's important. And that's why I say, like, Scorpios, that energy that they have is very, it's dark.
Yeah.
But at the same time, too, they're going to watch you. And they're going to move in a way to see how you're going to move.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just more so like dark psychology.
Yeah.
Being a student of dark psychology. And how people can be manipulative in...
Oh, okay. More observant of manipulation than being manipulative themselves.
Well, Scorpios can be manipulative, but they don't necessarily make them. They don't necessarily make them bad.
We can be manipulative?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm manipulative.
Like, you might ask a question to see what a person's gonna say, and if they ask in a bad way, or not even necessarily a bad way, but if they respond in a way that's not in a Scorpio's best interest, then Scorpio may manipulate them back. Yeah. But if you're being truthful and being honest, they might not manipulate you. So,
man, makes sense to me.
You're a Scorpio, of course.
Yeah, I think so. 7. Hi. Oh, is she okay?
Okay, baby. 7's my spoiled child. She's the youngest.
She's so cute.
She's what?
She's so cute.
She's so huge.
Huge?
Huge.
She's big for her age?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like the size of a 3-year-old.
Oh my god.
When she came out, the doctor was like, that's a big baby.
Yeah.
It's a big ass baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She has the same name as what George wanted to name his baby on Seinfeld. Did you ever watch the show Seinfeld?
I haven't. I've heard of Seinfeld, and it's gonna sound bad, but I actually have to study a lot more of his work because he's one of the top. Yeah. Comedians.
He was a great observational comedian. So, he was really big in the 90s, but I think Jerry's talent was like he would pick out like ordinary everyday things,
right, and
then make jokes out of them, and it would just be like the simplest thing you would never, like a street sign, or like he has a joke about pens and losing pens, like how like I don't know, I'm not gonna quote Jerry's jokes on my head.
Do you like Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
You know what, I'm gonna be honest, I never really got into Kevin Hart, but the more I research his work, and really, Kevin Hart is a fucking fool. And I mean, like, I did not like
in a bad way.
No, not in a bad way. I watch his stuff on a daily basis. Yeah. Now, like, just to get a laugh.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
He is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I watch The Real Husbands of Hollywood now.
The Real Husbands of Hollywood?
I told you I didn't watch TV.
Okay.
And so I'm really behind everybody else. So I go and watch Real Husbands of Hollywood almost every day.
I've never heard of Real Husbands of Hollywood. I've heard of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
It's a mockery of how the women act.
Okay. On those other shows?
Oh, but it's men. So
yeah. Is Kevin Hart in the show?
Yes, Kevin Hart. It's like a lot of Hollywood husbands.
Is it reality TV, or are they like doing skits and stuff?
It's more so. It's just like the Real Wives of. I mean Real Housewives of Atlanta or something like that. It's just like that, and they're actual husbands of Hollywood, but they are taking it to where they are making fun, really, of the women and how they act, but in a
Okay.
manly way.
Okay.
Like if husbands could get together and act crazy and at the food start fighting and throwing, and
Yeah.
you gotta watch it.
I do. What's it on? Bravo?
It should be on Netflix.
Okay.
It should be on Netflix and Tubi. If I'm not-
Tubi?
Yeah.
Dude, I like Tubi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on a Tubi show.
You are? What's
Yeah.
the show?
Complicated the series.
So you actually do acting as well.
I want to act. I've been on like 2 things. One was From Segregation to Justice. It's a movie that was shot in Sumter, South Carolina. And it was a historical movie shot about desegregation in a high school.
Take her out.
No, it's okay. It probably won't be able to hear it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. But yeah, and then I got to be an extra on Complicated the Series, which is a show that's on Tubi. So you can see me in the background. I don't have any lines. But
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yeah, acting's fun. You want to do acting?
Yes, I've been taking some acting classes in Atlanta,
Oh, you have?
Uh-huh.
I did that last year.
and it's fun. It's
Yeah.
really fun. You know what? I think that improv is really up there with comedy. I don't know which one I like the most, improv or comedy. I think comedy, but it's really, really close.
Yeah.
It's really, really close.
Mhm.
And they go hand in hand,
Yeah.
or they can go hand in hand.
Mhm.
So it's a passion that I feel when I do improv.
Improv? Yeah. So do you do improv act outs like in the classes, you're saying? Like,
Right. Act out
Yeah.
in the classes. I've did improv in New York and in Atlanta.
okay. What'd you do in New York? What brought you up there?
To see the comedy scene, to see how the comics operate.
Okay.
So yeah,
When did you make that trip up there?
December,
December.
a few months ago.
And how long did you stay and what did you do up there?
A week, comedy
week?
every day.
Comedy every day.
You know, it's different up north. It's like, whereas here in Greenville, South Carolina, we have a open mic, which we have multiple open mics.
Mm-hmm.
But in New York, it is so many open mics to do. You could do 10 open mics a day,
Holy yeah.
every day, and they're really up there doing it every day. Like once they get off of work, they do 3, 4, 5,
Mics a night.
mics a night,
Yeah.
and it's good to network that way.
Yeah. And how many did you do when you were up there?
I did 12.
You did 12 mics for the week?
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. And were you doing your same set that you've done here at Comedy Zone? And how did the jokes do?
How did the jokes go?
Yeah, how did you do? How did it go?
Honestly, I was surprised because I was thinking that because I was going up north, the humor was going to be different.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. They laughed the same way like they did down here, and that's
Yeah.
what surprised me.
Yeah.
So it's more so I think that it's about relating to people as a whole when you're
Mhm.
speaking versus
Yeah, in the moment, right?
just speaking on something that only a specific
Yeah.
group of people can understand.
Right.
If most people have kids.
Yeah.
So the joke about my daughter coming home from school and like
Yeah.
speaking on the word of the day is Fagatron.
Fagatron.
Most
Yeah.
parents have kids that come home and say crazy stuff. So
Yeah.
everybody can relate to it. And it's not a
Uh-huh.
southern thing or northern thing. It's a
Right.
universal thing.
Right. Did you go up there by yourself or did you go up
I
there?
did.
You did? You went up by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Wow.
Everybody called me like, are you scared? No.
Yeah. Especially, yeah, as a woman in New York City, like, man, you're tough. Like,
Well, I think it's like this.
it's kind of dangerous up there.
God's with me always.
Yeah, God's with you. Yeah.
God's with me always. So I'm not scared of anything.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And this is what I want. I really want to expand in the comedy world
Mm-hmm.
and doing comedy. So I'm always, just if not asking questions, trying to learn as much as I can from other comics or just how things operate and how I can better myself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's pointless to really do this and just not do it for real.
Yeah. How did you hear about stand up for the first time? Like when you got on stage last year?
Well, I was coming to the club before then just to sit in as an audience.
Yeah, is that the
member.
Comedy Zone? Yeah.
And all my life, people always said like, you're so funny. You should be a comedian. You should be a comedian. And I went through a patch in my life where I was like, I have to start making my life make sense.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, I need to really get into something that progresses me as a person, and I'm able to help people.
Yeah.
And heal people, really, because laughter.
Yeah.
A lot of people need it.
Laughter is healing.
It
Absolutely. So did you did anybody tell you about the Comedy Zone, or did you just know that it was there?
If I'm not mistaken, I think I just I was coming before then, and I may have Googled like comedy shows. And so when I Googled it, I was an audience member at first.
Yeah.
And then one day I was like, I'm going to get on that stage. And then I think I made like a promise to myself. I was like, I'm going to get on that stage by this date. And if not something, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I did it. And I did great.
Yeah.
For the first time. Like, for the first time, a lot of people told me that I seemed natural.
Yeah.
On stage.
Absolutely. That's good. So did you gosh darn it, sorry. Dude.
Sleepy? Drunk? Hungover?
No. It's my back just hurting, I think.
He's getting old as hell, y'all.
I know. I'm sorry. No, it's
7 said the same thing. You got
7 said the same thing.
You're old as hell.
I'm old as hell.
She said, "Our money."
I know what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. Did you? What did you think of like the slate of like open mic comics in Greenville? Because like the shows can be like bad or they can be decent. Did you think the comics were any good? No.
Do I think the comics can be any good, or are they any good? There's some great comics in Greenville. I think that
a lot of beginners too.
It's a lot of beginners. So with that being said, and you know what? Honestly, I've been surprised by a lot of comics because just because a person does bad one night doesn't necessarily mean they won't. You have to kind of follow people on their journey to successfully finding how they make the crowd laugh. I've seen people who got up there and just did not make the crowd laugh or just wasn't funny to me. And then the next few months they found their way and it was a total different comic. So I think that it depends on how that person, sometimes you have to follow people and see their journey into learning comedy because not everybody gets up there and
just as great every time.
It does great every time, or not everybody gets up there and constantly stay stagnant. Some people elevate and grow. Now I have seen comics that have gotten up there and they just need to get off the stage. But at the same time too, sometimes you don't know what's inside of a person, so I can't. Who am I to judge? I'm learning just as well as everybody else is.
Exactly. Yeah, it takes a long time. Like especially, I don't know if you record. Do you record your sets?
I do.
Yeah. It's nice to record them, because like you'll go back and watch old sets and like it'll be, or at least I do, because I started a little over 2.5 years ago, and you go back and watch old ones and you're like, ugh, like at the time you might have thought it was good, but you develop, you change over time, and you become hopefully more of yourself and more relaxed and more.
And I think that's most important. What I think a lot of comics don't really well, first of all, I'll say this: to get up on that stage and say anything, you got to have some balls. So it's not,
at a minimum you got balls.
They say at a minimum you got balls. So you got to have you have that credit, because they say public speaking is the number one fear
of the average person.
People would rather die than go and speak in front of a group of people. So it's not. I think that's the first thing, is actually getting on stage, but to actually perfect your craft and get up there and can be loose, and it's really tough.
Yeah, absolutely. It takes a lot of repeated practice and effort and energy. Did you ever have any? Do your family and friends know you do comedy? Do they come and watch you?
Yes, they do.
Okay, gotcha. Were you nervous to have them come and watch for this first time?
You know what? Honestly, throughout the first couple of stages of me doing comedy, I was very nervous.
Yeah.
Just to go up there in general.
Uh-huh.
But I think that now I kind of know what to do with the energy.
Yeah.
To make people laugh. So I just kind of know what to do now.
Okay.
I think that for me, what makes me more nervous is meeting different people who are maybe more advanced than me, or
yeah,
you know what I mean, because I don't know.
They might be judging you because they're on a higher level or something, or they've been doing it longer.
Well, I'm confident in where I am as a comic because I'm learning. You know what I mean, and I'm always going to be learning,
sure.
and I'm comfortable with being myself. It's just more so sometimes you don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
because I feel like in this specific field of doing comedy, people are very sensitive.
Yeah,
they're very sensitive.
Yes.
They're very sensitive. So it's like you have to really be mindful about. Well, what I've noticed is you have to be. I'm not necessarily saying that I'm because I'm very outspoken.
Yeah.
But people are very sensitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like if you give them criticism.
Not only if you give them criticism, if you give them a compliment, they're very sensitive. So I just kind of learned to kind of, observe and learn.
Yeah. Before speaking up or something. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. I'm very sensitive too. I don't.
Well, see, I think I'm gonna be. I think it's because it's the person that actually, like, outside of actually getting on stage, and going up there and getting over that fear, people are sensitive that you're criticizing what they have to say. Yeah. In a sense, and I think that's where the sensitivity comes from. Me, I feel like you can say whatever you want to say. If I feel like I can use whatever knowledge that you give me, I'll take it and I'll apply it. Yeah. If I feel like what I'm doing is working and I don't agree with you as far as what you tell me, then who cares?
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I used to be more sensitive. Now I'm at a point where, like, if somebody says something to me, like, I'll listen no matter what. And even if I don't agree with it, I'll, like, really try to hear where was that coming from? Like, what did they see? I might not change anything, but I do want to hear it all. But I think the sensitivity, that's a good point. Like, people are sensitive because in stand-up, you're just there. You're almost, like, naked to the world up there. Like, it's just, they're judging you on, how you look, how you move, how you say what you...
Exactly.
It's like they're making an assessment.
Really,
just by looking at you. You're just up there.
Before you even start speaking, people, they're already judging whether or not they're going to really accept you and laugh at
whether
you or not.
Whether or not they like you.
Yeah. Or just even like you said, they're looking at what you're wearing. They're looking at how you're moving. They're looking at how you're talking. They're listening to... Are you
looking them in the eye?
Are you like your movement? All of that. So I think for me, kind of being new into comedy, I have asked questions or just have been eager to learn. And some people just not, and it's okay. Like, it's okay. But what I've noticed is a lot of comedians can be sensitive.
Yeah. Anybody in particular?
I'm not going to say.
Not going to say. Yeah. Well, I'm one of them. I know I'm sensitive, but I'm trying to get over that. Like, cause it's very personal comedy. Like, it's very like, it's a judgment on you as a stand-up, whether they laugh or not. And then also feedback from, other comics or audience members about like maybe things they well, I'm going to say this. It's a freelance artistry. So there's no right or really wrong. Yeah. But I feel like if your intentions are good, I welcome feedback. For like sure. Not, and even if it's coming from like I said, if I feel like it apply, then
I'm going to work it however I want to work it anyway. It's
Yeah.
a freelance artistry.
For sure.
But if it is something to where I just like, I don't see that, or I don't agree with it, then I'm not going to do it. It's simple as that. But I think people get so caught up into like, just do it your way, and your way is the, like,
Yeah.
it is your way
But
because it's authentic to you as a person. But sometimes people have pointers that can manifest you into expressing how you want to deliver it better. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, for sure. For sure. You should take some of those and be honest if what you're doing isn't working. You shouldn't just be like, yeah, F you, this is my if nobody's laughing. Like, at the end of the day, they got to be laughing for it to be good. So yeah. The other thing that helps me like get out of my own head about the personal side is like treating stand-up like a sport. Because I watched a basketball game this weekend and I watched a baseball game. And I played sports growing up, and I was just watching this college basketball game, and Jordan, I don't know if you know Jordan Warlick. He's a guy, he plays for Converse. But I was watching him, and I was just thinking all the time and effort he put into practicing and executing and really showing off his talent. Like, he's just, they're all just working, but they're not worried about what other people think. They're not in their own heads about it. They're just doing the work, and they're getting out there and they're performing. Right. So like with stand-up, sometimes I get in my head about the personal side of things. Like, how are people not going to like me or not? Because that's part of it. But like at the end of the day, just work really hard, do the work, get on stage, write jokes. Don't get too wrapped up in your own head about how it's going where it's like a criticism of who you are as a person. Yeah.
No, not at all. Really,
just grind. Just stop overthinking it.
To really be honest, I think that it is about you as a person, because the crowd wants to see who you are as a person and what you think is funny. So it's not even necessary. It's a mixture of having confidence, but it's more so about being authentic. Yeah, absolutely. Because at the end of the day, I've seen comics get on stage and maybe talking about, hating coming home to a wife and kids, but you have a happy marriage. The audience knows that you're not unhappy, or you have to be authentic to yourself. That's what it's more so about than it is about being likable. The crowd already, I feel like, has made that judgment once you get on stage, and if they're eager or not to hear what you have to say, right? And I think that it's more so about playing with that energy that's in the room and using it to your advantage, because they're already judging you. When you get on stage and you grab the mic and whatever the case may be, they're already saying like, okay, we know if we want to listen to what he's saying or not. But I think that it's also whether you're going to show us who you really are. Yeah. Are you going to be real? Or are you going to be real as a person? Yeah, exactly. It's so weird they can tell too. I think it's energy. Being real. It's energy. It's all energy. It's more so about energy. Energy. Yeah. But you're right. Practice does make perfect. Like the more you practice, the yeah. I mean, that's just something that I've kind of tried to tell myself is like I've played sport. Like I have the habit, of going on stage a lot and working and writing and stuff like that. But I just need to like commit to, and not worry so much, because like it's the downtime when I have that anxiety. It's like, it's on a Sunday. Like today's a Sunday. Like sometimes I'll have a lot of like, I gotta get going again, or like what does my family think of this, or what does my friends think of this? I think about that sometimes, because like I have family and friends that knew me before comedy, and then like are they judging me? Are they cringing at me? Well, it's not even necessarily. If a person love you, they're going to be with you regardless of whatever. Yeah. If the person care about you and, like whatever the case may be, what I'm starting to learn through my journey with comedy is pay more attention to the work than you actually paying attention to what people think. Yeah. Or what people, because like I said once before, a comic can be bad on one set. You may see them a year later, they might be a beast. They may have learned, but if you're focused on what other people think, they're not up there.
Yeah.
They're not up there doing it. So they can't walk in your shoes and really, you know, vouch for. Hermione.
Hi, 7.
They can't vouch for. Like, I listen to people's feedback, but once again, it's very hard to go on stage.
Yeah.
You have to really be tough to really even just go on stage. So, you know, like, I listen to feedback, but if you haven't been on that stage, that's why I'm open to listen to other comics. I'm not going to let anyone deter me from what it is that I want to see out of myself as a comic, but I am willing to listen to feedback to someone who has did this longer or is able to give me certain information that I can use to my advantage.
100%.
But I want to do, like, people think I'm funny, or does my family, or whatever the case. But it's not even about them. It's about the work.
You're right. Yeah.
The work will speak for itself. The work will speak for itself. If you really have been putting in time in perfecting the craft, then if you selling out shows or getting booked or whatever the case may be, it's gonna speak for itself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Talk about it, be about it. The evidence will be there. Now, what's your day job?
What I do
besides comedy? Yeah.
I am a nail technician.
A nail technician? Can I see your nails? Do you have anything?
No, I don't have my nails done.
You don't have your nails done today?
No.
Okay. Gotcha. Do you love doing that?
Well, actually, I don't.
You don't?
I'm grateful for everything that I'm doing, because I understand where I'm going. So I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna say like that's not my passion.
Right.
Do I like doing nails? Yes, I do. But do I love it the way I love comedy? No, I do it so I can do comedy.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my job. But I do appreciate a girl with beautiful nails, for sure.
I don't even have my nails done, so.
I know. Well, I was thinking, I'm not talking about you. Well,
we together and we have 2 black kids.
Yeah, I love when you do your nails. Yeah.
Do you remember the movie Norbit, Respucia and Norbit?
What?
Respucia and Norbit, off of the movie Norbit. You never seen Norbit? Mm-mm. It's a movie about a fat woman and Eddie Murphy. Well, both of them are Eddie Murphy, so you know where we headed.
Yeah.
If it's Eddie Murphy is all the characters. But anyway, the husband is skinny and she's bullying him around, and like he's not really in love with her, and really she's not really in love with him. She just make him do whatever she tells him to do. But she's really, really fat and he's really, really skinny.
You trying to boss me around?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of my nails?
You have nice nail beds.
I tried to not bite them.
You have nice hands.
Do you? Do I? Oh, thank you. I used to bite my nails and they were horribly ugly. But in 2023, I'm trying to not
horribly
bite
ugly. Is that like beyond ugly? Horribly ugly?
Yeah. Beyond ugly. Yeah.
Horribly
I would
ugly.
bite them down. They'd be like nubs.
No, you have nice hands, actually.
Oh, thank you. Check it out. Yeah.
You have nice nail beds.
Do guys ever come in to get their nails like fixed?
They don't. I don't do guys.
I've never gotten a manicure. Do you do those or just do the nails?
I just do the nails. I do acrylic. Crystals.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I was talking to a girl recently and she had gotten her nails done and they were really beautiful. They had like flowers on them. And they had designs.
So so you like that. You like, oh my God, she has flowers on her nails.
Well, she liked it.
So you liked it.
I made a special point to like notice and really like appreciate. But they do look beautiful. Like they were really well done and yeah. Like you could tell the attention to detail for whoever did them was very good. Yeah.
So do you date? Like,
yeah.
Why don't you have a girlfriend? Or do you have a girlfriend?
Honey, I thought we were together.
I was just about to say the same thing.
I mean, because I've never seen you like. Or you got a lot of women?
You never seen me with a girl?
Well, it's not even necessarily that I've never seen you with a girl. You never like spoke on
Being with on
yeah.
stage. I never talked about having a girlfriend. Yeah, last girlfriend I had was
Why did you start coughing like that?
why?
Yeah, you have a lot of girlfriends.
Because the question made me uncomfortable. No,
Are you scared to be yourself?
am I scared to be myself?
Yes.
Maybe.
It might be that Scorpio energy. Because it's like you what I've taken from you from watching your stand up and just interacting with you, it's like, not like, in a way, it's like you're not comfortable being yourself in certain situations.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, like it's like you're in your head.
Yeah.
Like, am I?
No,
or
you're 100%.
am I like? I can see that
You can see like the wheels turning about like who am I supposed to be in this situation?
or like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think when I first started watching you,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of was. I think that's some of your jokes were like.
Yeah.
Being kind of like in your head.
Yeah. No, I talk about anxiety on stage. I talk about being in my own head, and I talk about being intimidated by women too.
Yeah, you talk about being intimidated by women.
Yeah.
And
yeah, and that's true. I mean, a lot of guys are intimidated by women. I have like examples in my life where I have been. Yeah, I love the question. I do date. Yeah, and there's a few girls.
Are you nervous when you date?
No.
So you have a side that just comes out. That's what it sounds like too.
I mean, once I'm
when you're comfortable.
Yeah, the intimidating girl thing is more. I see a girl that's a stranger, and that initial fear of approaching them for the first time.
Right.
I definitely have that, but I'm very comfortable around women that I know, and I love women. I think I'm just afraid of like going in all the way. What was that?
Your computer failed.
What?
It's a HP, so I'm assuming it's a computer.
Oh, that was a box. Okay. False alarm. We're good.
Okay. So I have a question.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done in a relationship? Because I feel like you have a crazy side that you're not.
What do you mean?
It's just crazy. Have you ever like been in a girl's bushes before?
Been in a girl's bushes before?
Mm-hmm. Waiting on her to come outside.
No. Oh, what do you mean? Stalked a girl?
Yeah.
No.
You give me kind of stalker vibes once it gets to that level.
Oh my gosh. No.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Like sexually?
Just anyway.
No.
Just dating. Like,
I mean,
did you call a girl and tell her you were at home and then she came outside and then you were outside or something? Or like,
no, I've never done anything like that. I mean, when a relationship goes south with me, typically it's because I like let it die. I like shut down and don't communicate, and then she's.
And
like,
why do you feel like you do that?
Gosh. Well, I'm better at communication now. Like since I started comedy, I'd say like I'm better at being myself. Before, I just didn't know. I didn't want to like hurt their feelings. So instead of just like having an upfront conversation about what bothered me, about what they were doing, I would ignore it. Or instead of like just having an upfront conversation about breaking up with them, I would just like become more distant and let the relationship fall apart.
Out.
That's what I would do. Yeah. So what's the craziest thing I've ever done in a relationship? I mean, nothing that crazy. It's kind of in the shutting down thing. Oh gosh. We got in a fight and we were out on New Year's Eve and we were supposed to stay together at our friend's house, and she was visiting. We were both like in Michigan, and like she had to stay with me because she was flying up to visit, but I just like ditched her and went with my little brother, and then she had to stay by herself at my friend's house. And that was pretty mean of me to.
So you manipulate in a way.
This was back when I drank and before I did stand up. So I don't know. I hope that I'm better now, but yeah.
So why aren't you in a relationship?
Well, there's a girl I kind of want to date now. We've been on and off, for a while. She doesn't think I'll commit to her.
Are you not proving that?
Yeah, well, I'm working on proving that. Yeah.
So how are you not proving that? Why doesn't she think you won't commit? Are you're flaking? Are you flaking her?
I had been flaky when we first started talking. So then now it's like we'll hang out pretty regularly, but she doesn't fully, because I wasn't like exclusive before. Like neither of us really were. Like she thought we were exclusive, and then
You were.
and then I was actually like I went on dates with other people, and then she got mad about that. But
Did you guys not tell each other that you weren't exclusive, or how did she?
she assumed we were. We didn't ever have the conversation we were exclusive. So, but now
Isn't that kind of crazy though? Like,
yeah,
some people do like relationship things and then they still don't think they're exclusive, and some people, I've never told you that we were in a relationship and people think that they are in a relationship.
Yeah.
It's about communication.
It's about communication. That's right. Hi, Seven.
You okay, Pumpkin? She want to get down. She want to get down.
She don't unplug it.
You better stop it, Ponty.
Hi.
She laughing.
Hi. She's so cute. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's got a beautiful smile.
You know what? I think that we're at an age where you kind of learn yourself. You have to learn yourself too,
Yeah.
but it's about communication.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you're pretty insightful. You said, "Are you afraid to be who you are or act how I really am?" And I think, yeah. The last couple of years, I feel like I'm trying to learn who I am through stand-up, because stand-up rewards authenticity. Like if it's working, you're being more of your real self, and that's also why I got sober. That's why I stopped drinking, because I was like, yeah, that'll help me understand more about who I am.
I think a part of it is also certain things happen in life and you can create yourself as well. Not only can you learn yourself, you can actually create, because sometimes it's certain things about it's certain things about other people that you can not necessarily be like. Like if you have a certain attribute about you or something about you that I want or like, I don't have to hate you for what you know how to do that I don't, but I can take from it and make it a part of my personality.
Okay.
Like, does that make sense?
Sort of.
Like, how does it not?
I don't know. I got a little distracted by.
Like, okay, you may be outgoing, and I may not be, and I may be like, man, some people will be jealous of you because he's outgoing, I'm not.
Yeah.
I can learn how to be outgoing too in my own way.
Oh, you can make yourself. That's what you mean by that.
Yeah, like it may not be who I am being right now, but really you can create yourself. You don't have to, like, part of learning yourself is learning who you would like to be.
For sure. Like you can be introverted and like as you're wiring, you could be wired as an introvert, but still you can behave in an extroverted way.
You can learn, like, okay, you could be a person that's not really compassionate, but you can exercise those muscles to become a more compassionate person.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can,
that might not who you may be at that time, but you can always create and manifest the person you desire to be. It's more so about who you see yourself as. Who would you like to see yourself as? Yeah. Versus who am I really?
Yeah. You seem very confident in being yourself.
I'm confident in being myself.
Have you been that way always? Or
I think that everybody has insecurities. I have insecurities as well. Everybody does. But I think that who else am I gonna be? I can't be 7.
Let
Let her down, Armani. Let her down. You can let it down. Come on. You want to say something?
Hi,
Say something.
7.
Say something. I think that
She's so cute.
say thank you.
Hi, baby.
She's probably hot. She's getting hot. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think that you have to kind of learn that just nobody that you can be other than yourself.
Mhm.
So be the best version of you that you can create. Or so,
Yeah.
for some people, if you want to be the worst version of yourself,
Yeah. Manifest the villain.
manifest the villain. That's who you want to be.
I don't want to be a villain. I want to be a good
You know
guy.
what? You know what I've learned about just self-help? There's a dark side to us all.
Yeah.
And most people don't know how to strengthen themselves because they're not willing to do shadow work.
Mm.
And they're not willing to acknowledge that they have bad things about them as
Yeah.
well. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you need to develop the bad side of yourself or the capability to do
you
bad.
understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And what are your bad, like, you ask a person, like, what's good about, like, tell me who you are. What's good? They'll tell you everything that's good about you. Or you
Mhm.
look at social media, people put the best pictures and the best,
Yeah.
you know, version of
Mhm.
themselves to where it's not actually who they are.
Right.
It's just who we see them as being.
Right.
But you got something to say? Say, woo, woo. So we don't know how to realize that it's stuff that about us that's messed up, whether we learn it from our parents or, you know.
Yeah. I had a lot of stuff that was suppressed because I kind of got made fun of a lot in
Right.
college even, and just because I was the butt of a lot of jokes,
Right.
and I like bottled up a lot of that,
Right.
like that I guess anger, and then finally I snapped when I was I've told this story before, but I was at a party and my buddy gave me a hard time one more time about my little sister, and he made me so mad, and I walked up to him and I ended up punching him. I just went crazy, and then he tackled me, and then we got in this fight.
A scuffle.
Just a scuffle. Yeah. And then, like, I apologized later that night. We were crying and in each other's arms, being like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry." But yeah, that's bottled up anger.
But you know what?
Definitely.
Too, like, it's okay.
No, it was okay.
Like, it's okay. Like
Like, I
we're
need-
all human, and at the end
Yeah.
of the day, if you take a person, we all have feelings too. And
Yeah.
I feel like if you take certain scenarios and like, that's not for you to even apologize after you got in a fight. Like, that shows that your heart isn't
Yeah.
malicious.
Right.
You know, or just you care more about just being in the fight than you actually did sound like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, retaliating.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
You gotta have the capability of harm, though, so people respect you in a way.
you said what?
You have to have the capability of harm, like being able to, so that people respect you.
Well,
If
you
you're
know,
just a pushover your whole life, people won't really respect you.
people don't respect nice people, even though we are all kind of like wanting someone who's nice. People don't
Mhm.
respect nice people,
Mhm.
and here I'm gonna get her again. People don't respect. Shh. You better stop that.
Hi, 7. Do you want to come over here?
I'm gonna get your sister.
Oh, she's
We
so...
can edit this part out.
Yeah, that's okay.
Are you gonna edit it?
Sure.
Get out of here now. Get off of my set.
We can get going soon too. It's been an hour.
It has.
Yeah, hour 11 minutes.
Yeah, it's time went by fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of sense that. Like you're like when you're on stage or when you're speaking, it's kind of like you're kind of in your head about how people perceive you or what they're thinking, or if you're, I guess, coming off the wrong way. I feel like too, not everybody gonna like you.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody like me.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You know. But it's people that's gonna love you. Like, people love the shit out you.
Yeah.
If you just really find your own, way of who you want to be. Yeah. Or you know what I mean, create whatever person you want. Somebody will love you. Some people will hate you, and that's fine. That's part of life. You can't make everybody happy.
That's right. Yeah. Wouldn't you rather have some people love you than everybody kind of like you? Somebody told me that one time.
They said what?
Like, you got to be true to yourself. You got to be true to like what you actually authentically want to say and who you want to be.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Because at the end of the day, wouldn't you rather have some people love you than everybody kind of like you?
Right.
And they probably won't even all like you anyway. So.
Yeah, they probably won't all like you. Not everybody. I feel like when you being your authentic self and who you want to be and being truthful and being honest, you'll develop deeper, meaningful relationships. Mm-hmm. But when you struggle with communication, or you can't, that's just like, I compare it to like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Did you watch the series?
No.
Well, his dad was like constantly asking him, well, why are you doing this? Why? But the dad was always working when he was a child. Mm-hmm. So he didn't really have that authentic relationship where he could be himself and tell him certain things. Right. So he's really not really having a relationship with him. Yeah. But until he actually went to prison and he realized everything that he was doing and what he was going through, that's when he could really have a relationship, because he could express himself freely, right, and talk about what he wanted to talk about, which was I'm killing people. Yeah.
So you're saying I'm a serial killer?
I didn't say you were a serial killer. What I was saying was communication is important. Yeah. Communication is important when you're trying to build a relationship. Yeah. Authenticity is important when you're trying to develop a meaningful relationship. Yeah. How else are you going to get close to a person? Yeah.
God, that's great.
If you say like, Jessica, get the hell out of my house right now.
No,
y'all getting on my fucking nerves. No. I would rather you say that than to say, it's getting late and I haven't got any rest.
Get the fuck out of my house,
Get
Jessica.
the fuck out. All right. I get, but it's the truth.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's more, to me, that is more.
Yeah.
I get, like,
I honestly don't want you. No.
No, I'm just saying, like, but what I'm saying is what I've realized about people sugarcoat.
Yeah. Yeah.
They sugarcoat and run around in circles. I'm very outspoken. Yeah. And I've gotten my downfall. Well, I'm not even going to say my downfall. My lesson in life that I've kind of learned is that people are not direct as I am. So I offend a lot of people, and I can make a lot of people really angry with me for being direct. Whereas someone who's more beating around the bush, they know how to sugarcoat things. Yeah. What I've learned is people will really, I'm being direct, and they'll sugarcoat, go around in circles and stab me in the back.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I definitely am that type of person, or have been a lot of my life.
Like sugarcoating.
For sure.
But why though? Like, do you not want to hurt someone's feelings?
Yep.
Or?
Yep. I mean, that's how.
Well, you're gonna hurt their feelings when they find out the truth.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. And then you're gonna hurt them more. It's better to rip the Band-Aid off and tell them exactly,
Than to.
Yeah.
Like.
Than to,
At least they'll know the boundaries that. Or not even necessarily the boundaries, but boundaries can be a part of it that you're setting for them. If you tell a person, I don't like that, it's better than you holding in that
Yeah.
you don't like something, and then the person's constantly annoying you or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But then again, like you spoke on the story with, like,
Yeah, I held all in. I didn't say.
That may be
I didn't say
something
how
that-
much they'd bothered me over time.
over time.
But it blew up. At the
Exactly.
end.
So
Yeah.
that's eventually what happens.
Yeah. And that can happen with a lot of different
That can happen
people.
a lot of different things and a lot of different people.
Yeah. Man, this has been a therapy session for me.
You
It's
know
been
what's
helpful.
you know what's so crazy?
What?
A lot of people, like, they know that I'm doing comedy,
Uh-huh.
but they're like, you should. I think that you should be like a psychiatrist or something.
You probably
or
should be.
You're a person that's like blessed with insight and
Yeah.
words. With
Were you always able to speak freely, like, and directly with people? Like, you just say what's on your mind? Were you always like that? Or did you ever have a period where you were more, sugarcoating of things? And
I'm gonna be honest. I've always been like that,
Yeah.
but now that I'm older,
jealous.
no. Now that I'm older,
Mm-hmm.
no, really. Now I'm gonna say the downside to it. The downside to it is a childlike quality, because children do stuff like they just,
Yeah.
you're fat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but it hurts people as well, because you're not being mindful of what you're saying as well. Even though you are being direct, you are, like, what I'm starting to learn now is I still can say what I'm trying to say in a way where it's respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you can say things and you can't take them back. That's
Right.
the downside of it
Right.
as well. And like I said, I've encountered many people who've stabbed me in the back because I was being direct and open and honest, and it may have been abrasive to them,
Yeah.
maybe the delivery, but in the same time too, I've also created a lot of authentic relationships.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I'd rather have direct and honest 100% of the time.
I would too.
I'd rather have that.
I'd rather you say, don't do that to me. Or I'd rather you say, I don't like that, that's ugly. Or
Yeah.
I'd rather you say, like, instead of saying, oh, well, I just think that you should.
Yeah.
And all around the
Yeah.
world about something, just tell me what, like, but that's just me. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
not what I've had to learn is not everybody.
Yeah, but I don't know. The more I work and, like I have a corporate, corporate communication is similar. You ultimately respect somebody more when they just like get to the friggin' point, tell you what they mean, and you trust those people more. Even if they
people
don't
do.
say it exactly, you don't sugarcoat it. It's not easy to hear, but you respect, and people like that are the ones that like advance. Those are the people that get promoted. Those are the people that run the companies because they're direct, decisive leaders. What you see is what you get. They're not bullshitters. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's worth hurting people's feelings to just be honest.
Well, no, I think that you can still, what I'm learning now is you still can be honest,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a way to be tactful.
Yeah, sure.
Like, that's what I'm
Sure.
learning now. Like, I still can be honest. I
Mhm.
still can tell you the truth, but
Mhm.
I can maybe reword what I'm saying to where it's not disrespectful or it's not
Right.
hurting, like
Yeah,
hurting, but I'm still being direct. I'm still
Yeah.
telling you,
For
I'm just
sure.
being respectful.
for sure. Tell the truth. All right. Think we got to go?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
time to go. I have to feed these babies' kids.
Thank you for coming. I was off today. Like, I feel bad. Like, I was, for sure. Part of it was scheduling it on late notice and everything. But I had fun. Did you have fun
I
in
did.
this conversation?
It was actually cool to get to see you in a different setting. In a different setting.
Yeah.
'Cause you are different. Like, no, when I say different, and that's what I mean about me just being straightforward.
Tell me
When I say
exactly.
different, you stand out amongst everybody, really.
I do?
Yeah, you do.
That's nice.
You stand out amongst everybody in a way where it's kind of like an awkward energy. And like I said, you can tell that you're like, Am I being awkward? Am I being awkward? That's your energy. It's like, am I being awkward? So it does make you stand out.
Yeah.
It does make you stand out. Why are you turning red?
Because I always turn red. That's as a child, I turned red when somebody's like.
Yeah, you stand out amongst everybody else, and it's because you are awkward and you are like, you can tell that you're overthinking if you're being awkward or just standing out. So it's good to see you in a different setting where you're a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
And just
relaxed. Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you saw this side. It's good to see you.
It's really actually kind of cool, especially when you don't really know like a person's background.
Mm-hmm.
You just see maybe what they're going through, but people have things that lead up to maybe why they feel that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
I try to be understanding. Like at the end of the day, we're all human. We all, you know what I mean? Like, we all are where we are because of things that have happened in our lives that has made us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Our childhoods, our upbringings,
our childhoods, our upbringings, our experiences, our interactions with, like you said, experiences with different people, people who've taught us certain things. And sometimes we may not know how we differ or how we're similar to other people until we actually know.
Yeah. Well, it's been great getting to know you too over the last like hour or so. I'm excited you're like so eager and like going after it in comedy. What's next for you think?
To continue taking acting classes.
Yeah.
Continue taking acting classes. I've created my own show with a fellow comedian, Byron Lyles.
Oh, Byron.
Yeah.
I love Byron.
Yeah, we have a show coming up March 17th.
Okay.
In Spartanburg.
Okay.
So we're gonna be hosting that and putting together comedy shows. Yeah. Really just moving around, networking with people. That's my main thing, is to network. Get on these podcasts, see what other people are doing,
for sure.
Creating skits. Yeah. Just networking.
Absolutely. Well, this might not come out before the 17th, but I'll try to promote that. And then, follow Jessica on all of her social medias.
All of my social media, Jessica with the Whale. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Jessica with the Whale. Follow me.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks, Seven.
Seven ruined our whole fucking set.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. This was some ghetto shit. Like, we really.
No, I loved it.
We had a whole podcast with kids screaming in the back and just acting a damn fool. And you can see your eyes going like that. Oh, my God. I hope they don't break my shit.
Yeah. No, it was fun, though. Well, thanks for coming. Check Jessica out on stage. Follow her. And see you next time, guys.
Smile like you're having fun. Smile, goddammit. Hey, don't fucking touch that.